A new transitional governing council has been appointed in Haiti after weeks of intense negotiations. A wave of increasing gang violence forced the interim Prime Minister Ariel Henry to announce his resignation last month. At the time, Henry said he'd step down once the council was in place. The 9-member council will share power with a newly appointed Prime Minister. They'll govern for the next 2 years with the aim of creating a path towards elections. We can now speak to Kim Ives, who's a journalist at the newspaper Haiti Liberté. He's joining us from New York. Thanks for your time with us. I mean, there are so many questions over this council. Just first, what are you hearing about it?
Well, the first thing is the only thing they've done so far is they've published it in the journal of record called Le Moniteur, the Monitor. It doesn't actually install them. In fact, it doesn't even state who exactly the 7 voting members are. This is because they keep swapping in and out, and there's all kinds of infighting and even division among the various groups that are appointing their representative on the council. So this council, if it ever even gets in place, and frankly, Ariel Henry is still the prime minister de facto, because he said he would turn over power once this council was in place, and it's not in place yet. So it's been coming, but it's not there yet. And the whole thing is so completely dysfunctional because all the different corners of the very fractured political class are represented, and so they're just going to be a squabbling mess.
I mean, this is something that the gang leaders? This is something that the gang leaders had rejected. At least one of them, we know, Jimmy Cherizier, had threatened to attack anyone who signed on to this new government, saying the transition is an illegitimate concoction of Haiti's corrupt political system. So, how is this news going to be received in Haiti?
Not well at all. It's not just Jimmy Cherizier. We don't call him a gang member. We call him an armed group. But he, as most Haitians, I'll even venture, are opposed to it because this was concocted in Washington, sold to the world by CARICOM, and all the people who are taking part in it are seen as traitors. Basically, it's not a Haitian-led solution. It's not a Haitian solution in any way. It's a Washington solution. And so most Haitians, including Jimmy Cherizier, including Guy Philippe, who is just back and has been coming with a lot of nationalist statements, they all reject it. And I'd say that's by far the dominant mood in the country.
Just put this into context for us. And I mean, I know that you cover Haiti, so there is this widespread insecurity right now in the country, isn't there? So how can this council even govern in that sort of environment? How can it even be installed safely?
Yeah, it can't be. I mean, Haiti, as I've said, is in the early stages of a revolutionary uprising. We don't know if it will be successful, but that's definitely what the armed groups are demanding: a system change, change of the oligarchy, or removal of the oligarchy, headlock on the country that they've had for the past, I'll say, 50 to 100 years, and also of U.S., France, and Canadian meddling, I should say neocolonial rule in the country. So, yeah, we're looking at a very profound process. And so this whole Transitional Presidential Council may end up being a footnote. I really don't see how they're going to get a footing in the country, given the state it's in.
All right, Kim Ives, thank you so much for speaking to us from New York.
Thank you.